Welcome to AI Security for Everyone. I'm Dan Barahona, founder of AI Security University. I've spent 25 years in cybersecurity, and my courses have trained over 150,000 students. This is a course about using AI safely, securely, and responsibly at work. It's built for all employees, technical and non-technical, HR, finance, marketing, engineering. If someone in your organization is using AI, this course is for them. Let me show you what's in it and why it matters right now. Let's start by walking through three seemingly innocuous scenarios that can have real security implications. Say the marketing team just ran a webinar and generated 200 new leads. Sales wants to know who to call first, so they paste the list into an AI chat and ask it to prioritize. It's a genuinely smart use of AI. I'd do it too. But if that tool isn't approved, that's 200 people's personal data that just went to a third party the company hasn't vetted. Or say you're in a conference call and an automated note taker joins. A lot of times nobody thinks twice because they're in practically every meeting now. Some note takers run locally on desktops and don't even show up as an attendee. And increasingly they're wired straight into a CRM or a knowledge base. So whatever got said in that room is now a searchable document, available to people who weren't in it. That can lead to all kinds of risk. And in a lot of places, recording someone who didn't consent is also against the law. Or imagine you've got a customer who's agreed to give you a testimonial. That's awesome, but you don't have a photo of the happy customer. So someone on the team takes their headshot from LinkedIn, has AI clean it up, and sends it to the customer for approval. They say they're fine with it, and marketing goes ahead and posts it. Everyone's happy, but it's still an altered image of a real person. And if you don't mark it, it could be a violation of the EU AI Act. So notice in those examples, none were reckless or malicious employees. They were just examples of colleagues trying to get work done. But every one of them carries real risk, which is why understanding how to use AI safely is so important. So let's talk about what's at stake. Companies have wired away tens of millions of dollars on fake instructions. Private personnel conversations have ended up searchable. Marketing teams have published work that turned out to belong to somebody else. AI literacy impacts your business's reputation, its IP and customer data, your legal commitments. It reaches every part of the business. And now there's compliance too. Regulators are racing to enact standards and legislation on what's considered acceptable use and what protections individuals should have. At the forefront is the EU AI Act, which requires organizations to make sure the people using AI know what they're doing. That obligation is applied since February 2025, and as of August 2026, it's now enforceable. And there's the ISO 42001, which requires evidence your people were trained. And in the US, there's a growing patchwork of state rules covering AI in hiring, disclosure, and decisions about people. Take it from Joe Sullivan, former chief security officer at Uber, Meta, and Cloudflare, who put it plainly earlier this year regarding AI security education. Policies and training for employees, I think, is a no-brainer. I definitely think it should be in security awareness training. Here's what this course isn't. It isn't a lecture about the dangers of AI, and we aren't telling anyone to stop using it. Your organization is investing in these tools for good reason. This course's goal is to help employees use AI fully and confidently, with the judgment to know how to use it responsibly. And that comes down to three core habits, and they run through every module. You're responsible for the output, use the tools your organization has approved, and say something early when something looks off. 3 habits. Everything else is knowing where they apply. Here's what's in the course. 10 modules, each one about 10 minutes. The EU AI Act module covers what it actually requires of employees and the judgment calls it leaves open. Some are about the tools people bring in. Shadow AI covers why approval exists and how to get the tools you want the right way. And some are about things nobody thinks of as security at all. AI note takers and meeting bots covers what that bot is recording, where it ends up, and who owns the consent problem. There are also modules on deepfakes and AI scams, where your data goes, when AI is confidently wrong, malicious AI tools, bias and discrimination in AI, and who owns the AI output. Every module is a single topic. Every one opens with something that actually happened to a real company. And every module ends with a habit people can start using today. They're standalone, so you can deploy the full course or pick the modules your team actually needs. And there are 3 ways your organization can roll this out. First, it can fit right inside your existing learning management system. Every module ships as a SCORM package that you can import into your private LMS, so you can assign it and make sure employees are completing it. Or you can use our hosted courses. No LMS required. You'll still get completion reporting and certificates for your employees. Or we can create a custom path, tailored to the specific modules your team needs. Either way, you end up with the documented evidence of AI literacy training. And one last thing. This course is part of AI Security University. This has been built to be the place practitioners go to stay current on AI security. We run weekly live sessions with leading experts across the industry and have a thriving community actively working and sharing best practices as we all figure out how to use AI safely. So come take a look at aisec.university. Our courses have taught students at 80% of the Fortune 100. Let us know if we can help your organization level up the whole team's AI literacy and competence. Thanks for watching.